Hello and welcome to another episode of Keely Vieira Podcast. My name is Keely. Welcome. If you are a new listener, I just want to thank you very much for stumbling upon my podcast. I am a dad of a 5-year-old. I am a millennial trying to make it in this world, trying to find multiple streams of income. Also, just trying to find a positive mindset, trying to find whatever I can to get through the days. It's a struggle. It's always a challenge to get over each step that we take. Life throws you curveballs, and sometimes you just gotta take it the other way. And that's why I'm here. Today's episode kind of relates to all you dads out there who were previously maybe an athlete or previously something else than what you are currently. And there's a saying that I had stumbled upon recently, and it goes, grow where you are planted. And it's crazy to think that, we've lived our lives however long as you have, for me, over 30 years. And you meet a lot of people, you learn a lot of lessons, you go through a lot of stuff in life, good, bad, ugly, and you take with you a piece of every little experience. You take a lesson. I'm sure a lot of times we like to forget a lot of those lessons, but we still inside of us have a little piece of whatever that we've been through. We can't forget. We can learn from it and move forward. But I was a former collegiate baseball player. I played high school baseball all the way up until my third year of college. Played junior college baseball in California and ended up playing baseball in Oklahoma, Shawnee, Oklahoma to be exact. And it was such an experience. It was such a learning experience. And that was majority of my life. My first 20 years was baseball. I lived and breathed baseball. I was a pitcher. I felt like I exceeded in the relief pitching area, and that's who I was. And I just want to go to say that what you were isn't what you are, and I live by that now. Like I'm living by that now. Like I'm trying to let go of my past. I can't ever forget baseball. Like I love baseball still to this day. Dodgers all day, baby. But that's not who I am now. And when others come to you or see you again, they always remember who you were, whenever time period they knew you. And it kind of sucks. It definitely sucks when you're trying to change yourself. You don't have to be a former athlete. You could be, for example, like a former felon, ex-con, or what have you, or just something negative, and you don't want to be remembered as that. And it's tough because as we grow older, of course, we want to change for the better. Most of us, I'd say, I can't speak for everyone, but we're trying to be different, and we're trying to do something else with our minds, with our lives, and with our efforts, and all these distractions that come about and test you. They really make yourself ask yourself, like, am I still that guy that people think I am? Maybe a little bit, maybe like a little percentage. You're still, most of you're still the same person, but different mindset. And don't be distracted by that. I'm letting go of the way people think about me and what I used to be, and well, why are you doing this? You should be coaching baseball, or why you should be, you know, people don't know who you are right now, and people will never know who you are. Not even the people even closest to you. The only person that knows you is you. The only person that knows you best is you. I mean, you can go to say that, your partner, your other half, your wife, your husband is, knows you. I'm sure they do. I'm sure. But you know you best. You know what makes you tick. You know what you like. You know what you don't like. And you can communicate with other people in the way you want to. But, ultimately, you have to control that part of your mind that is in doubt of yourself, who you are. Excuse me, I'm kind of under the weather here. I had to just make a podcast. I had to show up today. I didn't want to stop, my consistency this year. I want to keep it going for all of you as well as myself. I want to show myself that I can keep on going. And I implore you guys to do the same. I apologize for the quality of my voice and maybe a couple coughs, but let's get it. Well, I just wanted to talk about this one thing, and that'll be it. But when I was a little kid playing pony baseball here in Hawaii, I was never on the winning team. I was always on the team that struggled to win. We didn't have the best players, but I remember having fun with them, and it was tough. You always want to win. It's always, the hot dogs always taste better after the game, right? But this one year that I played, and this one year I ended up playing, I was on this team called the Dodgers. And that's how I ended up liking the Dodgers, but that's not the point of this story. We were a good team, and we were a winning team. And one day, I had this dream. One day I had this dream, and I told my coach this later. I went up to him, and I was like, "Hey, coach, I had this dream. I was taking ground balls next to my other teammate, and you were hitting him ground balls, and he was getting it. Like, he was getting every one. And every time you hit me one, I missed it. You hit him one, he got it. You hit me one, I missed it. Every time I missed it." And then I told him about that dream, and he's like, "You're afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fail." And that always stuck with me throughout my playing days. And I never really got it. Until later on, until I had my own child. I still remember that dream. Like, it's funny because that one player actually went on to go to University of Hawaii. Actually, he went on to go to a good private school here in Hawaii. And he ended up playing for UH, and later on even coaching base coaching for UH. And I look at him and his accolades and his career, and I kind of am jealous with that. But the moment I realized that failure and who I was before, I was trying to be too perfect. I was trying to impress people. I was trying to do too much in a way. And I think in that way, I kept my emotions for the game, and I let it all out at the game. But off the field, I don't know, I guess I couldn't really understand my emotions and couldn't confront people in a straight up way. And I just kind of was beating around the bush with a lot of my relationships. And looking back, I mean, that's who I was before, and I've learned a lot since then. After having my child, it's brought in a lot of perspective to my life. And now that I'm getting into, flipping items online, now that I'm getting into figuring out multiple streams of income, it's definitely about not having any fear of failure of certain relationships, like, friendships, certain, words, certain posts. Don't be afraid to fail. And that's the common theme that I'm running with, in addition to being positive, in addition to never giving up. Don't be afraid to try something new, to do something different than what you used to be. And I'm learning that. I'm a student to that, and I just implore, I just hope that you continue to find your groove and your whatever it is that you find success in. Just try not to be too perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect to be perfect. I mean, you look at all these famous people who just randomly do a video, like that dog face guy at his Ocean Spray video, Fleetwood Mac. Like, who would have thought? He never even thought that he would have been famous because of just drinking cranberry juice, riding a skateboard, and just being genuine. That's all it takes, is just to be genuine. And I'm not saying like I'm trying to like get big by like something so random. Like, I want my journey to be purposeful. I want my journey to bring value and insight. Not that his journey didn't bring value or insight. I'm sure it brought much value to his watchers and his audience. But, just don't be afraid to do whatever it makes you happy. Not even thinking about what others think, who you are and who you're supposed to be. That's all I gotta say. That's all I want to share with you today. And just stay positive on your journey, yo. Stay healthy. I'm trying to get rid of this cold. Stay positive. Stay strong, yo. Hello. Shoots.